Hi guys, today I'm gonna make a short video. I promise it'll be short. And of course it's about nutrition, and I just want to share something that I've been researching for a while now. I've been keeping my eyes on it, and you might have heard of it. But first, do you see my t-shirt? Yay! I was so excited when I got it last night. I've been wearing it pretty much everywhere I went. The grocery store, the park, you know. Anyways, of course I did my grocery today, fresh veggies, and I was so excited. And I noticed something, like, and it's kind of sad in a way, because it shows you there's so much false advertising going on, and it happens everywhere you go, right? It happens. It's the same thing when it comes to food. There are a lot of companies misleading people, really. And I see it happening. Like today, I was going to buy bread. My son loves it, and in the front it says sugar free, and immediately, like, because everything I do is nutrition, and I'm not an expert, but I learn something new every day, and this is something that I focus on, ingredients. And naturally I see sugar free. That to me is like chemical shitstorm. If it says sugar free, trust and believe they're gonna try to compensate for the taste, for the difference in taste, by adding lots and lots of sugar. Whatever, like high fructose corn syrup, that's like the most popular ingredient whenever it's sugar free, diet coke, diet, whatever it is. um, that's they have to, at least that's what they do. And you have to be really careful, and don't just go by the bold print. Think of it this way: when you're watching TV, there's a commercial, and they're just thinking, this product, it will fix your problem, da, 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 da. And it sounds so good to be true, right? Too good to be true. And what is the one thing that you don't see? The fine print, the tiny, tiny, tiny print at the bottom of the screen, that you have to get a microscope to see what it says, right? But it's there for legal, just so you can say, well, if you wanted to know, it's right there for you to read. But as people, we don't really go for the fine print. We just go by what we hear. And we go shopping, you see those bold letters, fat free or less fat, da 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 da, and then you think, this has to be good. It has to be good. It's sugar free. Sugar free. It only has 100 calories. Great. No, no, don't do that. They understand that when you're shopping, you either they know how to. They know exactly what consumers do. They know that there are moms overworked and overstressed, coming from a 12-hour shift. They don't have time to go over each ingredient, each chemical. I wonder what this means. It's chemical, it's preservative, is it additive? I don't know. But it says sugar free, so it must be good. You have to, and I know that it takes time. And I know it's maybe you're busy, maybe you're stressed out, maybe you don't have the time, maybe it's just boring to you, whatever the case may be. You don't want to do it. But the thing is, you can't trust what the company says. Okay, they're not obligated to tell you how they really make anything. They're not. And you can't blame them, because at the end of the day, it's my job, it's your job, it's our responsibility to be informed, because the reality is that there is a lot of false advertising there. That's how they make their money, right? That's their bread and butter. And today's subject is going to be salmon. And now you're probably thinking, but salmon is good for you. It is. It has the good omegas, the good fat that's good for your heart. You hear Dr. Oz telling you to eat it at least twice a week because it's good for you. And I don't disagree with that. It's good for you. But here's a tiny problem. I don't know if you've heard about what's going on with the Monsanto project, and maybe you've seen commercials. For me, it's been like online, everything that I'm reading, and I'm praying and praying and praying to God that this thing does not pass. That I'm hoping. Today's subject, anyways, for the salmon, specifically talking about the salmon, that it's the company. It's the company's called Aqua Bounty, and what they have done is create a genetically enhanced salmon. Now, you might be thinking, well, what's the problem with that? We've been eating genetically engineered food for years now, and, well, first thing, there are a lot of things wrong with that, because unlike a lot of the genetically engineered food, this will not be labeled. And this is the part that really, really pisses me off, is that by law, what they're trying to do is, or actually it already happened. By law, what's happening is that they're not required to label it. So what that means, you will not be able to tell the difference between the natural salmon and the one that has been genetically modified. because it looks alike, it tastes the same, but you won't know the difference. So I'll be going shopping for salmon, and I'll see it, and it will say exactly what it always says: wild salmon, good for you, all the good things labeled bold letters, and you're like, yay! But here's the gotcha: you won't know if you're eating exactly what you think you'll be eating, or the one that has been genetically enhanced. And this is going back to my original point. You have to be an informed consumer. You have to be an informed consumer. And I wish we lived in a world where we didn't have to fight for this, where this thing was just illegal, like right off the bat. And but the truth is, the harsh reality is, you might go to a restaurant and thinking, I'm gonna order salmon today because I'm eating clean. But no, what are you gonna end up eating? So um, I don't like to talk about politics, but this is one of those rare moments when I might ask you, to just do something as a consumer, right? There's always something that we can do, whether it's going to like change.org. You know what? I'll post a link on my page so that you guys know exactly what you can do to make the difference, to make sure this does not become our reality. Because to me, if I'm gonna buy something, I wanna know exactly what it is. But the fact that they're denying you access to information, like if it was that good for you, then why wouldn't they just say, hey, this is salmon, but just so you know, it's the genetically enhanced salmon, not the natural salmon. That's it for today. I hope I didn't bombard you too much. Like I said, my whole thing is always about being informed, because knowledge is power. Because when you know what you're doing and you know what you're consuming, then that gives you power, right? That gives you that. I mean, you and I have the right to know what we're eating. That's what it is. Maybe you don't have anything against the genetically enhanced salmon, but you should know what you're eating. So that's it for today. If you guys have any comments, any questions as far as the genetically enhanced salmon, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. This thing has been going. The first time I heard about this was back this past fall, and I've been following it, and it just will not go away. It will not go away. It's here to stay. So, like I said, I'll post a link, and you guys can hopefully, fingers crossed, do something about it. Because we have kids, we have future generations, we have ourselves to think about. Yeah, that's it. Alright guys, take care.